Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Get It Blue podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Boychuk. I'm here with my co-host, Chase Arnold. We got a bit of junior recap kind of today. So, Chase, why don't you let everyone know what we're going to be talking about and just kind of logistics of it.
We're pretty much going to go over WHL, OHL, QMJHL, and NCAA. We're going to touch on leading scorers, draft prospects, best rookies, so looking ahead to 2027 draft, all the playoff matchups, and the award predictions, and then just some random facts and or news that we might have.
Yeah, it was an exciting junior year in all leagues, and why don't you kick us off, Chase? Well, I think we're going to start off in the WHL, most familiar.
Let me just get my stuff sorted here. Leading scorers, obviously, the Ruck brothers. Marcus and Liam Ruck dominated all season. We'll talk about them more when we get to the playoffs, but, I mean, to have them both be at the top is absolutely insane.
Yeah, those two are nasty. I think whatever team is in the first round this year, 2 first-round picks, is going to be trying to anchor for both of them. I think iron sharpens iron, so let alone 2 brothers. You got 2 twin brothers, and crazy to see them. They were actually only 2 of 3 players this year to go and get over 100 points. Cam Schmidt was the other one. Talked about him a little bit before in the podcast. Always said that he was a draft steal. I think he went in the 4th round to Dallas or something crazy. Going into his last game, he actually needed 2 points to break the mark. He had 49 goals, 49 assists. He ended up getting 2 bingos, so ended the year off with 51 goals, leading scorer. And with the trade, too, because he was actually on Vancouver at the start of the year, he ended up playing 72 games. So obviously the WHL season is 68, so he played well over that or more. So
he cheated.
A lot of games, but...
he was nasty all season. Sorry, I had something lined up. I completely forgot. What else are you going to say?
No, obviously from the WHL too this year, going to be some big draft prospects. I already kind of mentioned Marcus and Liam Ruck. They're probably, I think they were both kind of slotted before the season, kind of in that 2nd round. I think one of them might have been slotted a little bit higher, but they've just shot up their rankings since this last half of the season. I think one of them came in at number 12 on Craig Button's list and the other one at number 20. So looking like they're both going to be definite first-round picks. And another guy that I'm interested to see where he ends up is JP Hurlbert.
Big fan.
I'm saying that right. He just came from the USA last year, so first season here. Playing in Kamloops, had a great season. Didn't quite crack 100. He was just tickling it, but it's going to be interesting to see where he goes, because obviously in years past, those guys who end up leading leading their respective junior league in points usually ends up kind of in that top 15 range, but I don't think it's going to be quite the same this year with just kind of how the junior years are with players going to college. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes. I think he's still going to end up late first, though.
Yeah, I think a lot of the dub guys have kind of risen lately. I think both the Ruck brothers, I think Hurlbert as well, has definitely risen up the boards. I think he probably goes 25 in that range. I think he makes the first round for sure. What I was gonna say and I forgot was the Vancouver Canucks have got to get the Ruck brothers for sure. That'd be a cool little connection after the Steam brothers there.
I want to give another prospect shout out here to somebody that I was shocked didn't go last year. I thought somebody was going to take a bank on him at some point late. I think he was almost a point a game last year on that stack. But that team was Jonas Wu. He actually ended up with a better points per game this year than Bryce Pickford, who had an unbelievable season. He ended up with 45 goals too in 55 games, so almost going a goal a game as a defenseman. I think he'll probably lock up the CHL Defenseman of the Year award. So Medicine has a stacked team this year. We'll get into them a little bit more, like you said, when we get to the playoff talk. But those are a couple guys that I'm just excited to see where they're going to end up going.
Did you have any 2027 guys?
Yeah, there's a couple 2027 guys. Obviously, the big one in the WHL is Landon DuPont. Probably going to end up going first overall. He had a crazy season. I think he finished with 73 points in 63 games. So this is supposed to be his true rookie season. Obviously, he got exceptional status, was allowed to play a year early. He's somebody that was really high on. Brock Englund There's another guy who's really high on looking forward to the 2027 NHL draft. He was a Seattle draft pick. I think he went 11th overall, somewhere around there. So super interested to see where he's going to go. And then another guy, like I mentioned to you earlier, was Brock Cripps.
Yeah.
I think he went second overall to Prince Albert. He had a great season. Reps actually behind Dax and Ruoff. So nice to see where he's going to end up. And yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I really like Brock Cripps. He could have went in the draft this year, right? Or no, no, because
so
he's okay. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I really like him too. He's a very very good player, very good, and I like those kind of D men. And then another guy that I like is Jacobson as well, in Brandon. I think he could be a top three pick next year. So depending on how he does, but he was definitely a projected guy.
yeah, I think he's going to be a top three pick as well. I think like, he finished with like 87 points this year, something ridiculous. In his D-1 year. So
Yeah.
I don't know what he's going to do, if he's going to commit to college or if he's going to go back to the dub. But yeah, it's going to be super, super interesting to see where he ends up.
Playoffs. Do you want to introduce the round, and I'll maybe just throw my pick in there, and then you can spew your expertise on us.
Yeah, let me just grab everything in my. I got so many notes open. My phone's glitching like crazy
I don't
right now.
know.
I don't know what you lots to cover today, but yeah, I'll start us off with the first round matchup here in the Eastern Conference with the Prince Albert Raiders playing the Red Deer Rebels. Let you give your prediction for this one.
Yeah, I think it's the Raiders all the way. I think they're just more talented. They're just a better team. They're deeper. They're faster. They're bigger. I don't know. I don't think there's much of a chance. I mean, it's hockey. Things can happen, but Dax Rudolph, Braden Coots, more guys that I can name. I mean, they're too good. I think for Red Deer to keep up.
Yeah, and obviously they're the one seed in this overall. Maybe you could probably give it to Medicine Hat. I mean, just going based on the records, obviously Prince Albert came in and won. Red Deer, they kind of made a push at the end of the season to get into the playoffs. So yeah, I got PA probably sweeping them off and head into the next series here. Probably going to be similar to the first one. We got the number two team out of the Eastern Conference here, the Medicine Hat Tigers, taking on the Regina Pats, the local team. What are your thoughts on this
Yeah.
one?
As much as I want to take Regina, is another one that is most likely going to be a sweep. Med Hat's probably my pick to win everything. So, uh, yeah, they're gonna go out there. We actually I went to a Pats Medicine Hat game and it was like 9-1 or something. So this I don't know. It won't be close.
Yeah, no valid. Yeah, not much to say from my side. It's hoping that the Pats can probably pull up an upset. That'd be cool to see. But I mean, Medicine Hat's so deep. They got like seven guys in the top 20 and the leading scorer. So yeah, I just don't see much of a chance for them. Next matchup though, we got the Edmonton Oil Kings playing the Saskatoon Blades. Number three Edmonton against number six Saskatoon, I believe. So yeah, this is another. I think this might be the best matchup out of the Eastern Conference, probably in the playoffs. Just kind of. Actually, I'm not going to say that yet. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Oil Kings here. I don't know much about both these teams. I know that they're pretty tight. I think it's gonna be a good series. I could see this going the distance, but I don't know. I just kind of looked at both rosters and um, their power play penalty kill stats. I'm just leaning Oil Kings to be honest.
Yeah, I think this is going to be kind of a come out year for Edmonton. I think next year they're going to take a huge step forward. Um, Kind of going back to the 2027 draft prospects, I want to give a shout out to Caden Stroder on Edmonton. Went fifth overall to them. This was his rookie year. Absolute stud. Guy played in Humboldt. I think he put up like 130 points in Double A.
Damn.
Yeah, he had almost half a point a game. He looked good at the U17s too. I think he was just over a point a game there. So they're going to be big next year. He's going to obviously take a step forward. Holden Waters is going to kind of jump into the lineup and get reps right away. So yeah, they're gonna. This is kind of going to be a pedigree year for them. So I could see them losing to Saskatoon, but I'm going to take Edmonton in this matchup. And then the last match out of these, this one is where I think it's probably going to be the tightest. We got Calgary Hitmen against the Brandon Wheat Kings.
Ah. Give me the Wheat Kings.
What do you?
I pondered on this one
Yeah,
for a long time. I maybe it's biased. I kind of liked the Brandon Wheat Kings when I was younger, so maybe I'm just reaching at straws here. I don't know. This is a tough one for me, to be honest. I think I just kind of I'm leaning Wheat Kings. I'm not sure why.
yeah. I'm gonna lean Wheat Kings too, and kind of the same thing. Like I already highlighted out at the Edmonton series, gonna highlight another 27 draft pick, a local boy here, Chase Serkan. Um,
Hmm.
wasn't too sure how he was going to do, kind of jumping into the dub. He's a bit smaller of a guy, but that didn't stop him. He was pretty much point a game the entire season, dealt with a bit of injury troubles, looked awesome at the U17s. And yeah, I think Brandon just has his pedigree this year. They got some older players and Jordan Gavin and Joby
Yeah.
Baumholler. I think that can take big steps forward for them. And yeah, I don't know. I was high on Brandon in the preseason kind of predictions. They didn't kind of set the standard that I thought that they were going to do this year, but yeah, I got them beating Calgary. I think this will probably be the best series, and we could see it going the distance.
Yeah.
Next up here, we got first series in the West Conference. We got the number one team in the whole WHL, led by the Portland Hawks.
Yeah. Give me Everett. I think Lana DuPont's going to lead this team. I'm predicting hat trick game one. But yeah, give me Everett. I think they go out there, get it done in probably 4 or 5, and move on to the next series.
Yeah, I think Everett's going to come out the gate this year flying. They didn't show out as much as they wanted to last year. I think they were kind of expecting. Obviously, Madison had a great team there last year, but Everett was still, I believe, the number one seed going into the playoffs too last year. So didn't show that what they could prove last year. They want to come up this year. Like you said, Landon DuPont's going to be leading the charge. Obviously, you got Carter Bear up front.
Hmm.
I might butcher the name. Let me just go back to the page. He's that Finnish guy. He had an unreal season. Matthias Van Hanen.
Hmm.
He ended up leading them in points, or Van Hanen. So yeah, I'm really excited to see whatever it can bring in. I just don't think Portland has the team to do it this year.
Yeah.
Next team, we got the Penticton Vees, the brand new franchise. Kind of had a surprising season this
Yeah.
year against the Seattle Thunderbirds.
Yeah. Give me my first big upset here. Give me Seattle. The V's have a much better record. But yeah, give me Seattle here. I'm taking the star power. I'm blanking on his name right now. Cam Schmidt. I'm taking Cam Schmidt in this series, and I don't know. I just think when the series gets tough, I think you're gonna need that star player. I'm not saying the V's don't have star players, but I don't know. I like the Thunderbirds in this.
Yeah, obviously Seattle at the start of the year they had a super slow start, and then kind of around the trade deadline they made some big acquisitions. Obviously Cam Schmidt being the big one, and they did take some huge steps forward. Obviously making the playoff push, and ultimately not ending up in the last seed either. They ended up with that 7th seed. I still got Penticton in this one. I think that they are going to get at least one playoff series this year before kind of that brand new franchise woe fizzles out. They're not going to make the Golden Knights run in 2018 or whatever to the finals, but yeah, I think that's going to be a great series, though.
Yeah, I'm glad we disagree on something because we agree too much.
Jeez, I wasn't. I thought somebody banged on my door again. It's going to be a situation like that one episode.
We'll end up on World
Anyways,
Star.
no, literally, my downstairs neighbors are so like noisy now. I can't decipher this series. I think this might end up probably being the best series out of the first round here in the Eastern Conference. We got the Prince George Cougars against the Spokane Shiners. Um,
Yeah, give me
yeah, what do
Prince
you?
George. I think it will be a good series. I do think Prince George is just a little bit better. Um, they played last year too. I was reading up on this a little bit, and they played last year, and Prince George kind of handled them pretty easily. And their teams have changed, and I think that they want revenge. But I'm taking Prince George.
Yeah, I got Prince George here too, and I think they kind of had an adverse effect. What Seattle did in the playoffs, I think that they kind of lost some big key pieces in the trade deadline. Obviously, Matthias Preston lost him to Vancouver. Prince George just looks good this year too. You got probably a top 5 draft pick this year in Carson Carrolls. He's going to look nasty. Excited to see him in the playoffs, and yeah, give me Prince George all day. Next series here, last series of the first round. We got the Kelowna Rockets with the Kamloops Blazers.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Kelowna. Um, I think they're just a better team up and down the lineup. I think I think Tej is gonna have a big series. Might be the best player in all of the playoffs in the WHL. So we'll see. I think he goes out and dominates, and I could see Kelowna making a little run too.
Yeah, I think Kelowna with the Memorial Cup coming this year, they're going to want to prove that they're the best team and they're hosting for a reason. So and like you already highlighted, Tej, he had a huge, almost average 2 points a game this continue right to the playoffs, and they do look kind of similar on paper, these two teams, but I do think Kamloops, or I do think Kelowna has the edge. And yeah, that is wrapping up round one. Kind of wrapping up the WHL. Is there any interesting facts or kind of stuff that you wanted to highlight?
Mm,
Um,
not really, honestly. Um, Fact: we will have a WHL player as a guest. We're not gonna say who. Um, we're hoping to have more as well, but we're gonna start with one. See how it is, and maybe we'll have more on if we want.
yeah, sure.
Did you have any
Um,
fun facts for us? Crazy things?
yeah, no, I just kind of wanted to highlight Bryce Pickford. I think going almost a goal a game as a defenseman is insane. And yeah, I thought it was a fun season. I thought there was a lot of Sass boys that made their debuts this year that we didn't highlight. Boston Tate out of Wenatchee, Blake Chorney out of Vancouver that had a great rookie season. So big year for Sask hockey in the WHL as rookies go. And obviously, Maddox Schultz, I don't know if he's going to be eligible for rookie awards next year or not. I'm not sure how the games work in the WHL or anything like that, but it's great to kind of see him. I didn't get to watch him with the pads in person, just on Victory Plus, but
Mm.
yeah, big year. Shout out to all the Sass boys that made their WHL debuts this year.
Yes, sir. Shall we move on to the OHL?
Yes, sir. Let me just clear some of my WHL notes here.
That's a great idea, actually, dude. It is like I need like a notes iPad, you know,
Yeah,
like
literally.
having it all on my phone. Like it was struggling big time.
Yeah, so gonna highlight the OHL here next. Leading scorer of the league this year, Nikita Klepov.
Yeah,
First year in the OHL this year, actually, too. Kind of the similar kind of story as JP Robert. He was playing in the USHL, came over this year. He's a Russian player though, so I believe he was drafted in the import draft. I'm not too sure though. Um, but yeah, I was kind of surprised that he ended up leading the league and scoring. Nathan Aspinall of the Flint Firebirds kind of had it all year, the New York Rangers draft pick, and just kind of at the end he lost it.
yeah,
Also, I want to shout out Jake Bryan. He ended up Jake O'Brien,
yeah,
Seattle's first round draft pick last year. He ended up leading the OHL in points per game, so he made a great push to kind of end up not lead the league in points, but end up top three there at the end of the year. And yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I really like Jake O'Brien. I'm glad you put a spotlight on him.
yeah, he's going to be a great player. I also want to highlight Cole Baudouin, finished second in OHL points per game. My guy, so hoping he's going to ink with the Utah Mammoth here soon.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah,
Um,
is there any draft prospects that you want to highlight here off the rip?
I had some written down. Uh, Let me just find.
First one that I want to I'll just go just because I got one right off the bat,
Yeah,
right off the tip of my tongue. Caleb Malhotra. I think
yeah.
he's probably the best OHL draft prospect this year. I think in our mock draft we had him going top five. We might have had him in pocket four.
I think
I
so.
don't think
Yeah.
that's the case anymore. I do
You don't
think.
think? I think people are
Uh,
high on him still. Could be
no,
wrong.
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him floating around many top fives the last little bit personally, but yeah, I think that's the first kind of big prospect that I want to highlight out of the OHL. I wasn't sure if you had anyone that you wanted to highlight.
No, I had him written down, but I don't know. I think people are still gonna like him because he is a centerman, right? So I mean Chase Reed, uh, in the OHL as well. I mean he's very good. I think he could end up maybe the third D man off the board after Carls and Verhoff.
The Athletic had Chase Reed as the number 1 draft prospect
Yeah, I saw
going into
that.
the draft.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. I don't like him that much, but
Same.
and then also your guy Ethan Belchitz, I had him written down as well. So
Yeah, that was I think the main three. Got injured kind of near the end of the season. He still finished, I think, with 59 points in 53 games. And then, yeah, obviously we already mentioned Malhotra and why am I blanking Chase Reed too. So yeah, I think those are kind of the main three out of the OHL draft prospects wise. And then looking forward, looking ahead to the 2027 NHL draft, I think this league, we'll see where he ends up, but if he ends up playing one more year in Niagara, I think Brian Rubrick is going to have a good chance to end up somewhere very high in the draft as well. It's going to be good to see where he goes. And then I think the next big one, obviously, is going to be Dima. I
yeah,
always butcher this name, Zilkin.
that sounded
Um,
good.
he he looks nasty. I think he's going to end up being a high draft pick next year. So, yeah, OHL's got some good talent coming.
Yeah, I really like Yako Wisik as well. Not as big as those two, but a guy that I think he was the first overall pick, his Bantam draft. So yeah, I mean high potential, and he's been pretty productive. So
Hmm. Also, just want to shine some light on the former first overall pick. He made his debut this year. Didn't do as well as people thought he was going to do. Especially he had some bigger boots to fill, especially with the last few OHL first overall picks. But Cade McGregor for the Peterborough Petes, I think he finished around 30 points or so in 40 games. I think he had some injury struggles, so something like that. He was about 10 points shy of being a point per game, so
not bad.
pretty decent rookie season. But I think for the first overall pick, we're kind of expecting more out of him. He didn't do great at the U17s, and yeah, kind of all I got for the 27 OHL
Yeah,
prospects. Wasn't
me
sure if
too.
there's anything
Me
else
too.
you have. Obviously, I think if you guys are listening, probably going to highlight. We're probably going to talk about the WHL stuff. That'll probably have been the longest segment, obviously, just because where we're situated, it's what we know most and
Yeah.
got the most knowledge on.
Yeah, well, I
But
don't know nothing about the Q. I'm gonna be totally honest. Um,
that'll be the quickest
I
one.
wrote some stuff down, but I don't know nothing. But OHL,
Q's
we'll
hard.
yeah.
Q's hard because you can't even find any stats because everything's French.
Yeah, no kidding. I've never even heard of one of these teams. So
Yeah, this OHL playoffs though, I think I'm probably more excited for the OHL playoffs than I am for the WHL
yeah,
playoffs, especially the first round. There's
some
some insane matchups.
stacked matchups.
Yeah, right off the rip, we got the number 1 Brantford Bulldogs. They're going to be playing the Sudbury Wolves.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this first round matchup?
Man, I think Brantford is nasty, is what I think. I mean, I'm taking them to win for sure. I mean, Ben Danford, Juracek, Vinacker, O'Brien. I mean, this team is loaded with talent. I mean, I think they're going to do some damage this year. I know that that it's going to be tough to win that OHL championship with how many good teams there are, but man, they look very very solid.
Yeah, I think this team ended up rounding out the CHL power rankings at number 1, going into playoffs. I'm not too sure though. I would have to double check that. Everett might have sneaked them out. They were in the top 2. But yeah, this team is absolutely loaded. I also probably have them as the front runners for the OHL. They are so loaded. So yeah, probably going to be a sweep here.
Yeah.
Next series, we got the Barrie Colts versus the Niagara Ice Dogs.
Yeah, as much as I would like to say that this is going to be much closer, I got to take Barry here. Keyshawn Aitchison, your guy Baudouin, I mean Emil Hemming. There's more. There's so many more you can name on this team, and I think they get it done. I'm gonna give them 5. I'm gonna say they get done in 5.
Yeah, I agree. I think Niagara probably gets 1. I think, um, yeah, Niagara didn't finish great in the regular season, obviously, but I think that when push comes to shove, they're a better team than what the record shows. So I think they can give Barry a good run for their money. They got Ryan Rubrick, who can't match on the physicality of Cole Baudouin and Cash Aitchison, but he, in his own regards, is a great power forward. So I think he can go out there and bang the body around and do some damage and going to set the tone for at least one game there. Next series here, we got the Ottawa 67s versus the Kingston Frontenacs, which might be the most even series, I think, of the first round on this
Yeah,
side of the bracket.
yeah. I really went back and forth again. Some of these are so close. Give me the 67s though. I think I'm not really sure why. Again, I'm just looking at both teams and I'm just leaning slight. I'm leaning 51% 49. So I'm just give me the 67s there.
Yeah, I got the 67s too. I think this one probably go down to, I could see this one going the distance, kind of going all seven,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's going to be a tight knit match. Same thing, Kingston didn't come into the rank or to the playoffs with the highest ranking. I don't think that the record, kind of like I said about Niagara, push comes to shove. I think this is the deeper team, so I think that they can give Ottawa a good run for their money. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think Ottawa's still going to take this one. But then the last series in the first round, the series I know the least about because these two teams I did not keep up with at all in the OHL this year. Truthfully, we got the Peterborough Petes against the North Bay Battalion.
Yeah, I'm taking the Pete's here. From all I've heard, it sounds like they're really, really good, and I really like Adam Novotny as well, another draft pick this year. Um, yeah, I'm just taking the Pete's here. I think they have a little bit more star talent.
I'm gonna go North Bay just based on when I was younger. I used to like their logo. Like it was like my favorite junior logo.
It's just a guy.
Um, yeah, I don't know
That's
why. Just
hilarious.
a general.
I love
So
that.
yeah, just like I said, I don't know much about either team, but just based on the logo, I'm gonna go with North Bay.
Yeah, hey, sometimes it's just got to be the logo.
Going to the other side of the bracket here. Starting off with probably the most lopsided one in this series, we got the Kitchener Rangers taking on Saginaw Spirit.
Yeah, give me Sag. Just kidding. I'm taking Kitchener. Um, I mean, I'll just. I mean, Luca Romano. I really like him. Sam O'Reilly. Um, yeah, I think this is an easy round for them. I got them in four.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Kitchener all the way. Best team in the West for a reason. I don't think Saginaw has taken a big fall off, obviously, from the star power that they had last year. And yeah, I think Kitchener is going to clean this one up. Next series here, we got the Windsor Spitfires. Maybe my favorite team this year in the OHL, taking on the Guelph Storm.
Yeah, give me Windsor. Um, I know why this is your favorite team because they got your boy on it, Mr. Belchitz
Yes,
again.
sir.
Um, and then yeah, Liam Greentree as well. Yeah, this team's very good. I think they're gonna have a good chance of making it pretty far in this.
Yeah, Windsor for a good chunk of the kind of first half of the season. I want to stay up until about November. Windsor was holding the number one team in the CHL power rankings. They were loaded right out the gate. Um, yeah, it's going to be interesting though. I think they might be without Belchetz for the first little bit. I'm not too sure on his status. Will be a big loss. Yeah, I still got Windsor cleaning this one up. Liam Greentree is just such a nail gun. I think he's got so much pedigree, and yeah, I like them a lot. Second last series here, we got the Flint Firebirds taking on the Owen Sound Attack.
This might be a hot. This is a tough one for me too. I think most people are taking Flint here. I'm gonna take Flint as well. I mean it's hard to say, right? I just they just seem to have been the better team, the more consistent team. So I'm gonna take them to win in seven.
Yeah, I got Flint taking this one. I think Owen Sound just losing Carter George was huge. It was a big loss for
True,
them.
true.
Their record kind of started to slide from there, obviously. So I think going into the playoffs, not having a big time goalie like that is going to hurt them. And Nathan Aspinall has been on a tear this year, and I think that that's just going to continue into the playoffs, and he's going to unleash the beast on Owen. Last series here, maybe the closest series of this whole playoffs, I would say. We got the London Knights against
Yeah,
the Sioux Greyhounds, Carter George's new team.
yeah. Give me Sue. Um, I think Carter George, Chase Reed, Brady Martin. I think this team is more star started. Might not. I mean, they might not be as deep. It's close. But yeah, I think the goaltending is a big part of it. Yeah, I got Sue. I got Sue here.
I got Sioux as well. I think they came in at fifth here in this division. I don't think that the record shows. Obviously, Brady Martin was hurt for a good short chunk of the season, so and in and out of the lineup when he did come back, he was kind of playing through it and yeah, missing games here and there and whatnot. So I do have Sue coming out with this one, but it will be tough to get past the Hunter brother led London Knights.
Yeah.
And then I think that wraps up the OHL playoffs. Yeah, was there any kind of season facts, news, anything that you want to highlight from the OHL?
Not really, no. I just think it's hilarious. I still love that your favorite logo as a kid was the North Bay Battalion. It's just like a dude. Like, that's just hilarious. I love that. Kids are so weird, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything really to highlight from the OHL this year. It was too crazy. It was nice to see Cash Aitchison really take that next step in his game. Um, yeah, I'm excited to see where Belchet's lands in the draft. He's kind of been my guy since he got drafted. And yeah, it'll be really interesting to see where the top OHL draft defenseman prospect goes and Chase Reed too. I think
Yeah.
lots of teams have him kind of all over the place on their board right now, and it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
So
Q?
let's we're gonna do just a quick follow up of the queue. I honestly have no idea these playoff matchups, so I might just kind of run through them quick. We'll just kind of fire through them. But before we do that, we'll go through the league leaders, and I got to take this guy because I've seen Mass. I like this guy when he got drafted, but more importantly, I like him now because he's my third line right winger on the 2040-2041 Boston Bruins and be a pro. So I just wanted to shout that out. He's been a stud for me in playoffs, and it's great to see.
That is a deep cut. I mean, that is
Yeah,
hilarious. That is insane. Um,
played a lot of seasons.
yeah, only guy to crack 100 points. Yeah, he's a stud. Absolute stud.
Yeah, I want to shout out a couple more guys. The guy that I predicted to, well, the two guys that I predicted to lead the league in points this year that I had coming in at 1 and 2. I didn't think Denway was going to lead the league in points this year. I had him coming in at number 2. He ended up leading the league in points per game. The guy
Yeah.
that I thought was going to lead the league in points preseason was Justin Carbonneau,
Yep.
St. Louis Blues draft pick. He had a big year last year. I think he ended up second or third in the OA or in the QMJHL in points last year. Um, Ended up with 80 points in 60 games this year. Was kind of expecting a little bit more of a step this year. I think you kind of see these patterns when you look at juniors players' stats. If they go up each year, they kind of develop. You kind of see that progression go into the higher leagues, and I don't know when you see players kind of drop off, especially after their draft year, draft plus 2 years. I think there is a little bit of concern, but
Yeah. Just if you ever see me going off camera, I'm just coughing. I'm still battling this cold. Like that would be the worst freeze frame of all time. Someone pauses while I'm like coughing on the screen. Um,
yeah, that's valid.
so yeah, apologies for that. But DeAndre's rolling it out right now. So, um, did you have any prospects you wanted to highlight? I think I had.
Before we
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. My point was mute. But for this upcoming draft, I didn't really have anything. It was more so for the 2027 NHL draft. I just wanted to highlight Alexei Joseph,
Yeah.
playing for the St. John Sea Dogs. And yeah, he looks sick. He kind of came in at number 1 on Craig Button's board after the U17s. He's just a big, skilled player. I think
Yep.
he's 6'5", like 200 pounds already. I just wanted to highlight him mainly out of the QMJHL for draft prospects. He's not this year, he is next year.
Yeah. This year, the only guy I wanted to bring up was Xavier Villeneuve or Villeneuve. I'm still not
Villanueva.
really sure how. I don't know. I haven't done a pronunciation check on him yet, but um,
I heard I was listening to this like thing with him in it, and the announcer said Villanueva
okay, yeah,
or something like that, but I'm
yeah.
not sure.
So yeah,
The
that's what I
announcers
yeah
are
Villan
wrong sometimes too.
that makes sense. Villanueva. We'll go with that, and then if it's wrong, we'll change it. But yeah,
Probably the best Q prospect.
yeah.
So I wasn't sure if you had any more notes
No, sorry,
on
that's the
him. I
only
didn't
guy I
want to cut
got.
you
I'm
off.
rocking with him.
Yeah, he kind of came up at the start of the year in the draft boards pretty high, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he goes. I mean, I think people are scared of the QMJHL prospects a little bit, and I think I asked you last podcast, wasn't sure if it was on cam or off cam, but I think it goes back to the 2020 draft. Just Lafreniere panned out and not pan out, obviously,
Yeah.
and the damage that he done while he was in the QMJHL, and I was kind of weirded. It was weird to me too. You don't see many of the QMJHL guys committing to college. It feels like it's a lot of the OHL and WHL guys, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's just kind of interesting. But
Yeah,
if you want to get into
I
the
feel like the Q is just a little more streaky. Guys can pop off,
yeah,
and I mean it's like that in other leagues, but I find the Q like you find more no name guys that kind of pop off for a year and then die back down.
no, exactly, or it's just big stars. So I think the last time the Q was probably the best league out of the three was the Bergeron, Marchand, Crosby times.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But do you want to get into playoffs here?
Yes, sure.
Sure, any of these names in playoffs?
Yeah, good luck.
I Yeah, the only team that I really know anything about, so we'll highlight their playoff series first. The Moncton Wildcats
Yeah.
are going to take on the St. John Sea Dogs in the first round.
Yeah, give me Moncton all the way here. I think Deone is just gonna go out there and dominate, and yeah, Moncton's one of the only teams that I really know much about here too as well. So yeah, give me Moncton.
Yeah, I got Moncton too. They're going to be the best, or they one of the best teams in the whole CHL, let alone the best team in the QMJHL. Probably going to be my pick to win the league this year. Obviously, you already highlighted Caleb Denye. I want to just give a little love to another Utah prospect on the Moncton Wildcats, Gabe Smith. He had a big
Yeah.
season this year, 77 points in 66 games. So obviously, he played on Denye's line all year. Maybe got a little bump from there, but Denye didn't play the whole season either. He was
Yeah.
hurt for good chunk of the first half of the season. So, yeah, shout out to him. But the next round here is probably maybe one of the hardest teams to say in the whole queue.
Yeah, good luck.
Chicoutimi.
Nice.
I'm just gonna go first names actually probably for some of these teams because there's no way I'm gonna pronounce the next one. It might be Segunians versus
Yeah.
the Halifax Mooseheads.
Um, yeah, give me Chicoutimi. Chicoutimi Seguinines. Um, yeah, we're butchered it bad. But they got the leading point scorer on their team, and they also have Emil Guit as well. Um, yeah, I like that team a lot. That is the team that I had never heard of in my life.
Chicoutimi.
Yeah, I've never even heard that name before.
That's valid. They got kind of a nice logo actually.
Yeah, it is pretty clean. I like that blue and white.
I'm gonna go for this series. I'm gonna go with the Halifax Mooseheads.
Ooh.
I don't know much about either of these teams. I'm just gonna go with an upset here, and I'm gonna give a little fun fact. I was too young to even know, but our team, 2013 Memorial Cup was hosted in Saskatoon. Our class somehow won tickets through some radio thing. We got to watch Halifax versus St. John in
Damn.
Saskatoon. Obviously, I was too young to realize what was going on, but Nathan McKinnon was on the ice, and
Damn.
I think I just played mini sticks the whole time. So yeah, shout out 10-year-old me for not paying attention.
Dude, you could have been like his mentor, or he could have been your mentor.
No, for real, yeah. And I think they had what's his name, Druin on that team too. So
Oh, dude, yeah, that was a nasty
yeah, it was
team.
a stat. It was a stacked year. They won it. But going on to the next series here, we got the new team in the
Yeah,
QMJHL. I can't remember if they came in this year or last year. But we got the
this year.
Newfoundland Regiments.
I think it was this
Okay,
year.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we got them this year. We got the Newfoundland Regiments against the Cape Breton Eagles.
Yeah, give me, man, give me Newfoundland. I think new team. Let's do it. I mean, I don't know how much of a chance they have to be honest, but um, their record is pretty good, and I mean, it's pretty cool to see a new team win in their first year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Newfoundland strictly off vibes. I couldn't name a single player on their team. I don't think right now. I don't think I can name a single player in this series. I think that would be might be the standard throughout these playoff series in the
Yeah.
queue here. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go with just kind of the same principle that I have with Penticton. I think the Barden's gonna be buzzing in Newfoundland for the first playoff series, and they're gonna come out the gates flying. Then we got the next and last series of the Eastern Conference here in the queue. We got the Charlottetown Islanders against the Quebec Remparts. Holy, my hair looks like you
Yeah,
fucking
keep the hat on.
hat plastered it on.
That's why you gotta do this, man.
I
Telling you.
know.
Oh my god, dude. I did it myself. Just right down. Oh, it feels so good. Um, don't listen to this out of context. I'm gonna take Charlottetown here. I'm gonna take the team with Ivan Ryabkin on it. Big fan of him out in Carolina as a prospect, and I think Charlottetown gets it done.
Yeah, I don't know much. Like Ryabkin might be the only. I always butcher his name, Ryabkin. Might be the only prospect I know in this series. I think. But I'm gonna go Q. I'm gonna go with Quebec Ramparts. Just because I like them out of the Q. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because Patrick Waugh coached them for a bit, but I'm just gonna go with them off of the vibes here.
I like it.
All right, we're gonna go to the Western Conference now. We got the Rouyn-Noranda Huskies against the Gatineau Olympics.
At this point, I'm kind of just looking at who I know on the teams and how much of an impact they make.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna take the Huskies here. I think Lars Steiner, most notable prospect. He's a guy in this draft. He was supposed to go first round before the year started. I think he started to slip a little bit, um, but still, I think they're a one seed for a reason. So I think they get it done.
they're gonna get it done. I don't know too much about either of these teams. I know Gatineau was decent a few years ago, and they had I'm trying to blank on his name. Um, Anaheim Ducks defensive prospect out. Anyways, yeah, I got Rian, oh my God, Rian Miranda coming up
That's a
over
sick
this
name. I like that.
one. Next year's you, we got the Blainesville Boys Brain Armada against the Victoriaville Tigers.
Yeah, I'm taking a sweep here. Um, I'm taking Blainesville. Or Blainville, sorry. They got Villeneuve, Zonin, Carbonneau. I mean, this team has a lot of star talent. I think they sweep. That's my one sweep of the playoffs. I don't know why.
I agree. I think this team, I think probably be the team that comes out of the West if I had to predict. I think it's going to be them versus Moncton in the finals, and yeah, I
Yeah.
got them coming to this one as well. Next series here, we got Drummondville against Val d'Or.
Um, give me Drummondville. They got the cooler logo, so
Yeah,
I don't have much of an opinion here. Drummondville's they got like a what is that a dude with a gun?
yeah,
It's like a little
yeah.
soldier
They got the
dude.
captain.
What is going on with Valdor? What is happening? It's an arrow and a pickaxe maybe.
They
Um,
got the most.
oh, that's kind of cool though. The V is the arrow and the F is the forers. Um, yeah, no, give me Drummondville. I'm not messing with that. I'm not. I'm not messing with the forers.
Yeah, I'm going Drummondsville here. I don't got much notes on them. I'm just kind of going on stats here, and Val d'Or really hasn't been relevant. So last series here, wrapping up the QMJHL playoffs. Probably wrapping up our notes for the QMJHL. We got Shawinigan against Sherbrooke.
Yeah, give me Schwinnigan here. Miroslav Satan is the one player that I could note from Shawinigan. I'm not sure how people feel about his name, but um, he's a decent prospect, and hopefully we're not cursed or something.
Yeah, no, I agree. Um, yeah, I don't know too much about this series, but yeah, I agree with you there. Do you have any interesting facts, anything that you want to highlight from the queue this year? I don't have anything. I didn't keep up with it much this year at all. So
No, I got nothing. Give me Chukwutikimi. Oh man, I'm butchering it. They're my team now. I love that name.
I love that. Um, yeah. So last league here that we're gonna wrap up is it's not technically a junior league, but we threw them in with our junior wrap up NCAA. It was a great NCAA season this year, obviously, with all the junior prospects coming over this year. And I'll let you take the wheel here.
Yeah, I actually just like I was thinking of this earlier, and just tell me how terrible of an idea this is. I want sorry. I want I want OHL, WHL, QMJHL, CHL, the thing, like the Memorial Cup and everything. But I want NCAA in on it, right? D1, the team that wins, joins the tourney as the fourth team, and they do it that way instead. How do you feel about that?
It'd be kind of cool. It would just have to come down to the age stuff, I think.
True. Yeah. Maybe they make
But
an
other
all
than that, I
freshman
think,
team.
yeah, that would be nasty. I think they did kind of something like that where they took, it wasn't necessarily the best U.S. players this year, but they had like, it was the first year that the U.S. collegiate team took players to the Spengler Cup this year, which
Cool.
was kind
Yeah.
of interesting. They did pretty decent too. But yeah, highlighting some big names, leading scorers this year. Quinnipiac, Ethan Whitenbach,
Yeah.
or Wittenbach,
You.
maybe he ended up leading the NCAA in scoring, 58 points. We got a future, or we got a Quinnipiac guest coming on in the future. I don't want to give too much away, but 53 points, and obviously a big name, probably the biggest name in college hockey this year, Gavin McKenna. Huge ending to his season. Finished tied for second with Michael Hayes, 51 points. And yeah, what were your thoughts on the leading scorers and
Yeah. I
all of that
mean,
stuff?
I think McKenna would have got the leading scorer if he played four more games. Four less games than Wittenbach. I mean, I think if he plays those four games, I think he could have them, and I wonder if that goes into the voting. I'm not sure exactly how it works. If it's just default, the most points gets it, or if it is kind of a discussion. I'm not sure if
Mhm.
you know, but um, yeah, I mean, awesome season. Even Max Plant at five there, I'm a big fan of him, and obviously you know why. So, but yeah, it's super fun, super fun. I love the contrast of players in NCAA. Like you can have a guy that's 23 near the top and a guy that's 18, and I don't know. I think it's super cool how it works.
Yeah, when it comes down to the Hobie, I think it will go down to just kind of impact on their team. Like it's not usually just auto the leading scorer. I think Gavin McKenna will have a really good shot of winning the Hobie Baker this year. Um, I do think Whitenbach, what he did for Quinnipiac this year is big too, so he'll be in the conversation. I think the top three, if I had to predict finalists, I think it'll be Hage, Whitenbach, and McKenna. If I had to guess, I could also see Martone kind of throwing his name in there. He had a really good season for Michigan State. Obviously, Michigan State was stacked this year, so they were
Yeah,
expected to do well. But yeah, I think that would probably be my Hobie prediction for the top three.
yeah, I like it.
But yeah, highlighting some of the big draft prospects. Obviously, probably going to be the number one pick, potentially going to be the number one pick. Gavin McKenna. Obviously, we already noted him being one of the leading scorers and potentially winning the Hobie Baker. What do you think on his freshman season compared to other freshman seasons in the past, comparing it to maybe Celebrini, Fantilli, Jack Eichel, other freshman winners of the Hobie Baker?
I mean, just one word. I would say roller coaster. I mean, maybe that's two words, but but yeah. I mean, up and down. I mean, start of the season, it was very down. Everyone was worried about was he going to be a top pick in the NHL? Was he going to be able to produce? And really picked it up. And then he knocked a guy out in a bar, and then it was like, oh, is he going to get arrested? And is he done in Penn State? And I mean, no, no, he wasn't. He's been absolutely disgusting. I mean, he's definitely worked his way back into the number one spot. I know that he never left ours, but I know he left a lot of other people's. So it's good to see him back there.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Super up and down, and I'm super happy with how it ended. I think kind of the only big draft prospect coming out of the NCAA this year, obviously, because usually draft prospect players don't play in the NCAA in their draft prospect year, but this year, with the exception, obviously we've seen Keaton Verhoff make his debut for the
Yeah.
North Dakota. I can't even remember what their title is right now, but yeah, he had a great start to his season and then kind of pittered off in the second half. So kind of interested to see where you think that he's going to kind of fall in the draft.
Yeah, I still think he's a top three pick. I do think it might have been a mistake to come to the NCAA. Obviously, it's good for his development, maybe, but he definitely would have locked himself in as a top three guy if he would have stayed around. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I think the other D men have really caught up, and we'll see. I guess. I mean, he's a big D man, so I'm still a big fan.
Yeah, and I think kind of the reason too for him to jump to the NCAA from the W. Mature he was like body wise and personality wise. Kind of watching this video on him, and he was talking like how he's always just been this man child. Like every league
Yeah,
he comes in, he's like even you seen him in his rookie year in the WHL. Like he looked like one of the biggest defensemen every time he was on the ice. So I think making the jump to the NCAA made sense preseason, but like you said, I think staying in Victoria would have solidified him being a top three pick. I still think he's going to be a top three pick,
yeah.
but yeah. Was there any other draft prospects that you wanted to note from the NCAA this year?
Just one. I just want to bring up Tyden Lawrence as well. Um, Another guy that kind of came over to the college game and struggled to start and picked it up near the end. I know he had like 5 points in his last 5 games, which is pretty good in college. And I mean, I think it took him like 6 or 7 games to get his first point in college, which wasn't looking good for him. But he definitely picked it up, and I think he'll still be in that top 10 range.
Good pull. I actually did forget about Tynan Lawrence because he didn't start his year in the NCAA ranks. If you guys do
Mm-hmm.
not know, he did start off in the USHL. My bad.
No, you're good, bro.
Um, well, why don't we rip out these predictions for the NCAA tournament here quick?
Sure.
I think majority of the first round is going to be really interesting. I don't think I'm going to get to watch any of the games, but I think it's going to be interesting to see how they shape out. I think probably the most obvious though on this side we got Michigan against Bentley.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Michigan. I know Bentley has a really good
Yeah,
goalie. Uh, I don't think it's gonna matter. I got Michigan 5-1.
yeah, I got Michigan cleaning that one up easily too. I think they just got way more NHL prospects, way more proven, and yeah, I think it's going to be quite easy for them. I think this is going to be an interesting series though. We got the Minnesota Duluth against the Penn State.
This has
I
got
don't
to
know
be
why
the
I said the
best
Penn State
best
against Penn
series
State.
series of the first round for sure. I'm torn. I mean, Gavin McKenna versus my Detroit prospect in Minnesota. There, I'm going Penn State. I think they got more of a hero ball kind of play style, and I think give me Penn State 3-2 in overtime.
I like it. I like it. I got Penn State here too. I think this is going to be a little bit of an upset. I think Minnesota is the number two team, so um, yeah, but I do really like Aiden Fink too out of Penn State. I think he's every goal he scores, like he doesn't put up a ton of points, like he's over a point a game still, but every goal he scores seems like it's a highlight reel. So I got him.
Yeah.
Next
Also,
series we got
at the start of the year, I placed a bet on Penn State to win. So
uh,
um, it's not looking great, but I put like 50 cents on it. It's supposed to win me a decent amount. So
next series here we got the defending champs Western Michigan against Minnesota State.
yeah, give me Western Michigan here. Um, I think they're just the far better team. I could see an upset, but unlikely.
Yeah, I think they were going to try and run it back this year, and yeah, they're going to blow through Minnesota. I think last series here probably another interesting one. We got Denver and Cornell.
You know what? Give me Cornell with the upset
I
here.
like the upset there.
Biggest team in the tournament by far. 6'1" or taller, average around 195 pounds, which is almost 15 pounds heavier than their opponent. And yeah, give me Cornell. I like an upset.
I like it. I like it. We're gonna roll to the other side of the bracket here. We got the Michigan State led, or we got the Porter Marcone led Michigan State going off against the Yukon Huskies.
Yeah, I got Michigan State here. I think they dominate this game. I wouldn't be surprised if UConn won. They're a very, very good team, but yeah, I think Michigan State's one of my favorites this year.
I agree. I agree. I got them coming out of the side of the bracket. Boiler. Next series, we got Dartmouth versus Wisconsin.
Give me Dartmouth. Um, I think they're just much better. Are we doing the full bracket or we're just doing the first round, right?
Yeah, just for sure.
Okay. We can. I was gonna say if we record again, we'll do the second round because I'm intrigued. This could be I mean, obviously we're gonna get everything right, but yeah, give me Dartmouth, of course.
I like it. I got Wisconsin. I'm gonna go with a bit of an upset here.
Nice, I like that.
Next series we got North Dakota versus Merrimack.
Give me North Dakota here. It seems like everyone's pulling for Merrimack to pull it out. That seems to be the Cinderella team this year, that everyone believes in. But yeah, give me North Dakota. Dakota.
Yeah, I got them too. Kolreshny,
Yeah.
Keaton Baroff go down the list. I think it's going to be an easy victory for them. Last series here, I think maybe the most intriguing series for us,
Yeah.
maybe. For me, maybe. We got Providence versus Quinnipiac.
Yeah, give me Quinnipiac. I think they just got a little. Oh, sorry. I think they got a little bit more star power. Um, they got Wittenbach on their team, who obviously led the league in points. So yeah, give me Quinnipiac.
I got Quinnipiac as well. The local, I guess, product, Roger McQueen do well for Providence, but yeah, I got Quinnipiac coming up too. Any interesting news or facts that you want to highlight about the NCAA season before we wrap up the junior recap?
Hmm. We have a NCAA guest. I think DeAndre might have said that, but we have an NCAA guest coming, which is exciting.
I gave away the team.
Did you?
I did.
Oh shoot. Well, I missed it, so hopefully everyone else missed it too. Although most could guess. But yeah.
Yeah,
That's all I got. I mean, fun fact: we got an NCAA guest coming on.
yeah. I think that wraps up everything for today's episode. Really interesting, intriguing seasons across the WHL, across the whole CHL this year with the players leaving for the NCAA, and obviously a super intriguing NCAA season with players coming from the CHL. So, super intriguing to see how it all panned out this year, and going to be really intriguing to watch the playoffs and kind of see how some of these players' stocks can rise and fall.
Yeah, very very good chat today. I really enjoyed going through all this stuff. I mean, it's hard to keep up with everything, right? Like, you keep
You
up with
can't
players, and it's impossible, right? So I do
even
kind of wish
NHL.
there was more teams in the tournament, like kind of like March Madness. I want to see a 64 team bracket. That'd be electric.
Yeah, literally. They do throw the U Sport teams in there, get an
Yes.
upset going.
Yes, throw it in. Let's go wild.
Exactly. But yeah, I think that concludes today's episode. Please like, comment, share, go keep up with our reels. Let us
Banging.
know if you have any more suggestions for anything or any content that you guys want to see, or any episode suggestions too. Like, I know we haven't mentioned that in a while. If you guys want us to talk about anything, and anything hockey related, if you want it to be about a certain league,
Yes,
playoff
sir.
overviews, whatever. Some maybe you guys want some 1970s history on the NHL. We can rip out some of
Yeah.
that too.
If you want our
Anything that
dads
you
to
guys
take
suggest.
over, we could have our dads take over and for an episode. That'd be funny.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
The only request that I got was someone requested that we swear more. Like they want an F bomb every minute, and I was like, I mean, you're getting a few later in the episodes, but we can't be swearing in the first 10 minutes. You know how it is.
Get us banned from YouTube.
Exactly. You gotta stay. What's it called? You know.
PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. I think that wraps up today's episode. So you know what to do. Until next time,
Get a
get a
clue.
clue.